Professor Emmanuel Frimpong, Council Chairman, Right Reverend Professor Osei Safo Kantanka, Representative of Otumfo, Registrar Mr. Kwame Otidua, Registrar of the University of Ghana, representative of the VC of University of Ghana, deans of faculties, members of trustees, senior and junior members, heads of departments, members of convocation, faculty members, parents and guardians, members of the SRC, honorable graduates, the press, the Army Band, the Central Christian Service University Choir, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to be chosen to be the guest speaker for this highly publicized 35th graduation ceremony of this great university college, Christian Service University College, to speak on no mean a topic than the winning attitude. To know simple persons that the Christian Service University College graduates who are going out there to impact knowledge and offer Christ-like service to the society. Thank you for the opportunity given me, and I'm very grateful. A short illustration will buttress the message I wish to convey to you. There was a man who made his living selling balloons at a fair. He had many balloons of many different colors, including red, yellow, blue, and green, but no white or black balloons, because he believed children loved only bright colors. Whenever business was slow, he would release a helium-filled balloon into the air. When the children saw the balloon go up, they all wanted one. They would go to him, buy a balloon, and his sales would go up. All day, he continued to release a balloon whenever the sales slowed down. One day, the balloon man felt someone tugging at his jacket. He turned around and a little boy asked, "If you release a black balloon, will that also fly?" Moved by the boy's concern, the man replied gently, "Son, it's not the color of the balloon. It is what is inside that makes it go up." The same principle applies to your lives. It is what is inside of us that counts. And it is what is inside of us that makes us go up in society. Not our height, our size, color, or beauty. And what is inside of us that makes us go up is our attitude. And attitude is character. And character is the mindset. William James of Harvard University said, "The greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of the mind." Your attitude contributes to your success. A study attributed to Harvard University found out that when a person gets a job or a promotion, 85% of the time, it is because of his attitude. And only 15% of the time, because of intelligence and knowledge of specific facts and figures. I dare say that success depends on attitude, skills, and knowledge. Acronym ASK. Attitude, skills, and knowledge. Shall we all say it? Attitude, skills, and knowledge. I also dare to tell you that the factors in percentages are knowledge 15%, skills 25%, attitude 60%. It is surprising that almost 100% of our educational expenses go to teach facts and figures, which account for only 15% of success in life. Knowledge you have already received from the university. As you go out there, you will need to develop skills of whatever endeavor you will find yourself in, be it banking, accounting, health administration, what have you, and that forms 25% of your success factor. To develop your skills, you will need to expose yourself through excursions. and practical trainings from vocational institutions such as building constructions, catering services, fashion designing, gardening, what have you. You finish, you are a graduate, but you don't know how to make simple soup. How are you going to be successful in your marriage? You better clap for Christ for hearing this. You must also be ready and humble enough to learn from your subordinates and colleagues who have experience. My speech to you today, however, is all about your success, and that is your attitude. It applies to every sphere of life, including one's personal and professional life, private or official life. Can the president of the university be a good president without a good attitude? Can a graduate be a good graduate without good attitude? Can a marriage work without a husband and wife who have good attitudes? Can parents, teachers, salespersons, employers, or employees be good in their roles without good attitude? My dear graduates, the foundation of success, regardless of your chosen field, is knowledge, skills, and attitude. Numerologically, if A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and Z is 26, then the sum total of the letters in the word attitude, you can add it up, is 100. Which means attitude is everything. The Oxford Dictionary defines attitude as a way of thinking which determines our actions and habits. Attitude, however, can be acquired and therefore can be taught and learned. But it is surprising to me that we have schools and curricula that teach governance, management, leadership, coaching, accounting, banking, finance, ICT, but no schools for attitude. There's no university that teaches attitude per se. If attitude is such a critical factor in success, shouldn't the university think about establishing a faculty to teach attitude? Shouldn't you examine your attitude towards life and ask how your attitude will affect your goals? There was a graduate farmer in Ghana who was happy and content. One day, his friend came to him and told him about the glory of greener pastures outside Ghana and the value of the sterling power that goes along with it. The friend continued convincing him that if he had a diamond the size of his thumb, he could build a house and buy his own car. Diamonds are precious jewels which make people rich overnight. And then the friend left. That night, the farmer couldn't sleep. He was unhappy and became discontented. The next morning, he made arrangements to sell his farm, took care of his family, and went off in search of diamonds in Europe. He looked all over Europe and couldn't find any. He went from country to country, Holland to Belgium, then to Germany, and finally decided on an English-speaking country, United Kingdom, and finally settled in London in search of the so-called diamonds. He has left them in Ghana. He was emotionally, physically, and financially depleted and finally committed suicide in the Thames River. Back home, the person who had bought his farm was watering the tomatoes from the stream that ran through the property. Across the stream, the rays of the morning sun hit a stone and made it sparkle like a rainbow. He thought the stone would look good in his living room. He picked it up and put it on his mantelpiece. After some few weeks, a visitor saw the sparkling stone in the man's living room and immediately recognized the stone to be diamond. But the host told the visitor that it was an ordinary stone that he picked from the stream in his farm. "Come, I'll show you. There are many more," he said. They went and picked some samples and sent them for analysis. Sure enough, the stones were diamonds. They found that the whole farm was indeed covered with acres of diamonds.
Wow.
Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, what is the moral of this story? There are 6 morals. Moral number 1. I want the graduates to listen to this carefully. When our attitude is right, we realize that we are all walking on acres and acres of diamonds. Opportunity is always at our feet. We don't have to go anywhere. All we need to do is to recognize it. Historically, some glittering sand after rains around Obuasi area were later on seen to be gold.